Good evening and welcome to Tea Time.
I was going to say, is that your music? That's terrible.
Good evening and welcome to Tea Time.
Everybody, welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. It is Monday. It is January 24th. We're heading towards the end of the month already. I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to my guests. Friday, just stayed home chilling, relaxing, just trying to stay warm because it's cold outside, baby. Saturday, I spent all day with my mom because she left on Sunday to go south for the winter for 3 months. So I spent all day with my mother.
Oh, she's a bird. She's
Yeah.
what do you call that?
Snowbird. Snowbird. And then last night I was actually here at beautiful Paradise Studios in Massapequa because Dan Romano had put on a comedy show and I wanted to come and support my comedic friends. And then I got up on stage for a few minutes and we had a really fun time. All right, I want to just give a shout out to Mickey Delaney. It's his birthday today. And a few days ago, I lost a friend who I made, Clark Gillies, who played for the New York Islanders, passed away suddenly. I only met him last month.
I know who he is. Wow, I didn't know he passed away.
I only met him last month at Mulcahy. Man I ever met. It was like I knew him forever. I was there with my girlfriend Gigi. It was John Thiessen's fundraiser at Mulcahy's, and I was so shocked and saddened by the news that Clark passed away, and I just want to send my condolences to his family. Because we got along so well and had so much fun that night. And I was really, he said to me, Teresa, get in touch with me after the new year. Can't wait to do your show, as long as Gigi's there too. And all we did was laugh all night. So, yeah. So
when did he pass away? Because I watched the hockey game the other day and they didn't mention it.
Yeah, they actually mentioned it on the news that night. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, because I was at the Ranger game, but he must have died after
Who am I
that.
talking to? Who am I talking to? This is Louis Venaria.
Perfect.
Hey, I said it right.
Yeah.
And he is an actor, he's a producer, he's a musician, he's a singer, he's a songwriter, and he might look familiar because he's been in a lot of movies, he's been on a lot of TV shows, he's done a lot of things, and I can't wait for you and I to learn some fun facts about him. How are you?
Good.
And it's National Compliment Day, so you look very handsome
So
tonight.
do you. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Is it National I never heard of
It's
that.
National Compliment Day.
So there's a day for everything.
I know, it's wild. So listen, you were born and raised in the Boogie Down Bronx.
In the Boogie Down Bronx, in Pelham Bay, to be exact.
Bay.
And now I live in Larchmont, which is Westchester.
Yeah.
Which is only about 15, 20 minutes from where I grew up.
Yeah,
It's just a little north.
Yeah.
So I say I moved up in life, about 15 minutes.
And where'd you go to school in the Bronx?
I went to Lehman, and I got kicked out of Lehman after 2 years, and I went to, that was a Catholic school, and then I went to Lehman on Fremont Avenue, which was a non-Catholic school.
Hello, Joe DeBarry's watching. Ronaldo Mancini's watching. We got some friends
know
watching the
Ronaldo
show.
Mancini.
Of course you know Ronaldo
Yeah.
Mancini. I had him on my show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
He's a
and we
good guy.
worked together in a movie.
He came to see us play a couple of times. He's a good supporter.
I can't wait to see you come to play. We're going to talk about play. The man sings and he plays. And I was very surprised and excited to learn that about you. I come from, not that I'm a singer, but I sing.
Yeah.
I took chorus.
In the shower?
I took chorus in school. No, I can hold a note more than that. At least karaoke. You know what I mean? But you always sang.
I sang before I acted.
I know.
As a kid, I used to get my grandmother was a seamstress, and she made. I was a big Elvis fan. I'm still an Elvis fan.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't get in the suit anymore. But at 7, 8, 9 years old, she made a suit for me, and I used to go out and do my Elvis act.
So that was your first influence.
Yeah.
Was Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have like a favorite song of his that you did over and over and over again?
No. It's all, I like just now when we were listening to Sirius Radio.
Yeah.
I drive my girlfriend crazy because she can only listen to Elvis for a certain amount of time. And I have the Elvis, that Elvis station on Sirius.
It's all Elvis.
All Elvis.
Yeah.
And I've been to Graceland.
Nice.
Cried,
I didn't get there yet.
Cried the whole tour through. Yeah. And that's what I used to get in my Elvis outfit, and I used to do my Elvis. That was the first entertainment I did.
Right.
Then I grew out of the costume, and I started singing like Sinatra more.
Okay.
And now I do pretty much everything. A lot of original. My band is a cover band, I'd say,
Okay.
but we sprinkle in some originals in there and some jokes and some fun stuff. I work with Joanne Roberts is the chick singer in the band.
Yeah.
And I'm the boy singer. So, and we have a great band.
I'm glad you clarified that
Yes.
for me because I wouldn't have known.
Yes. I would have done a song, but next time I'll do a song.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back, and you're gonna
Bobby,
sing. We're gonna set
we're
it
gonna
up.
talk to Bobby.
Yeah, we're gonna set
What's
it up.
his name? His last
Bobby
name?
LaSarah.
Bobby
Lacera.
LaSarah owns a studio, and he's a gentleman, and he's gonna.
Yeah,
we'll
and
put
we
something
have to do a
together.
sound check. There's a lot involved, but we're definitely gonna have you back singing.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. When you sang, when you were little, and then you grew up and you. When did it hit you that, hey, I think I have a melody in my head, and if I add lyrics to it, I'll have an original?
Oh, about songwriting?
Yeah.
It comes from a lot of different places. Sometimes sometimes somebody tells me I heard something. The other day I said I should apologize. I told Joanne, I said, listen, I know I'm going to say something stupid, so I'd like to apologize in advance. And I said, that's a great name for a song, Apologize in Advance,
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but I didn't write it yet.
Okay.
Maybe me and you could write the song.
I could
but
do that.
I think that would be...
I've written a couple,
Oh,
I have.
I'm sure.
I've written a country song, and I've written a song that like Beyonce would sing.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And I play a little keyboard, so I
was
usually
gonna say
write on
you
keyboard.
play keyboard. And
Yeah,
little
minimal.
drums?
I don't play drums, no,
At all.
at all.
You just like to hold the sticks and
Oh, because you saw pictures of me
I'm
with the
thinking you
sticks?
play drums too.
No. I like holding the sticks. I play very bad keyboard, but I play just enough to write a song and to play it and accompany myself. I don't do it with the band though, because I have such a great keyboard player that I.
Okay, so basically you're just singing when you're with the band.
When I'm with the band, I just sing. Maybe I'll let the band take a break and I'll do a couple of songs at the piano, just
right.
me.
Bobby, you want to
piano.
throw up that picture of him at the keyboard?
You have a picture of me?
There you are.
There I am at the keyboard. Right.
Yeah.
So that's
That's a gig.
yeah,
Obviously
that's a
you had
gig.
a gig.
I don't remember where though.
All right.
I
Well,
think
you,
it was
you
a-
do a lot of gigs.
Yeah, no, I could tell you where that was. That was at a hotel.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the hotel, but that was a
Alright.
hotel gig. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And now, I know you played out a lot before COVID. During COVID, did you do any writing?
I did I did some writing. Not a lot of writing. We had so many gigs lined up. We do a lot of the Italian feasts.
Yes,
and
a
the feast
lot of
thereof,
feasts, yeah.
And they went down like dominoes. We even had a cruise ship gig coming up, and that obviously no cruise ships.
Yeah.
So the gigs went down really fast, and they're still going down. I mean, we booked stuff. We got off the New Year's Eve by a miracle, like they let us do it. But
Right.
But everything else. But I've been acting a lot.
Yes,
Thank God.
you've been doing a lot
I've
of
been
work.
really
which is
lucky
good.
because it's amazing that they're still doing that. I'm able to do that.
Who else? When it comes to singing, though, were you in chorus in school or anything?
Never.
So you never really sang.
Never took a lesson.
When was
to
the first
sing.
time you sang in public then?
Well, I used to play with a band. Like as a kid, I used to come out and do like a Sinatra thing. It was like a special thing for wedding bands. It was like a novelty act.
You brought up Sinatra.
Yeah.
So I have to say, you actually were cast in the CBS movie of the week with Olympia Dukakis featuring Frank
Got
Sinatra.
to meet him, yeah.
You got to meet the man,
Yeah.
Mr. Sinatra.
Yeah, you know what that was like?
Tell me, I want to know.
It was like meeting Bugs Bunny. It was somebody that you could never stand in front of and talk to. Like Bugs Bunny I'm a fan of Bugs Bunny.
Right.
Well, you can never meet Bugs Bunny. And I felt like you could never meet Sinatra and talk to him, but I got to talk to him. Wow. And it's funny, the girl that played my girlfriend in that, she was a big Olympia Dukakis fan.
Yeah.
And she was fans with Olympia, and Olympia was in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So when the girl we shot it in Toronto. When the girl came to Toronto, and we had to do a table read. You know what a table read
Yes.
is? The actors on one side, the producers and directors on the other. And we were
Yeah.
reading the script, and she was squeezing my hand, and she was getting all teary-eyed because she was nervous to read with Olympia. Olympia played her grandmother.
Wow.
So she was doing scenes with her.
Yeah.
And I said, what are you scared about? And we didn't have the last 5 pages of the script. They kept it quiet.
Under wraps.
We didn't know how it was going to end.
Right.
Tina Sinatra was producing, and just to meet Tina was exciting for
Yeah.
me. Yeah, I thought that's as close as I'd get to a Sinatra was meeting Tina. And we got close, me and Tina. And this girl was all nervous about Olympia, and I'm
Yeah.
telling her, she's just a woman, this and that. Don't be worried.
Yeah, she
You're
goes
an
to the
actress.
bathroom the same way
Yeah,
you
the
do.
same as you do. You're an
Yes.
actress. She's an actress.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
But then we got the last 5 pages, and we found out Frank Sinatra's coming.
Oh,
And now
that's why it was
and
under
now I'm
wraps.
crying. And she's saying, he's an old man. I said, you don't understand.
Oh no, he's like a legend. Are you
don't
kidding?
understand. She wasn't a big.
Oh.
Now I'm the one nervous, and
Yeah.
I'm squeezing her hand, and I'm crying like.
Oh wow.
But he was very nice. You know, I've heard bad things about him, but he was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He was a gentleman.
Did
He
you
talked
happen to
me.
go to his unveiling in Hoboken when Tina was there?
I didn't go
to
there,
do the statue.
but we did go to his birthday in L.A. After that. I was invited to his birthday, and we went, and it was I got
Nice.
to see him again.
Wow.
And so I had like.
Well, I saw him many times in concert.
I've seen him
many
I've seen
times
him twice
in concert.
in concert.
And actually, the last time I saw him years ago, he was playing at Bally's in AC.
Yeah, in AC.
And Frankie Valli happened to be there.
Cool.
And we're in like the lobby or something. And at the time it was my birthday. That's why we went. And my ex-husband at the time goes, "There's Frankie Valli. Go up to him, get his autograph." I want to meet Sinatra.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Mr.
Frankie
Sinatra.
Valli's a legend,
Frankie
too.
Valli's awesome too. And I'm like, I didn't have anything, but I had a matchbook of the Vallis, and I said, "Mr. Valli, can I get your autograph?" And he goes, "Sure. Are you from Jersey?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm from the Bayside, Queens." I'm like, "I don't know." But he was really, really sweet. But yeah, I saw Sinatra a lot, like a lot.
Oh, I've
Big fan.
Yeah,
Huge.
you saw him when he was
Yes.
at his peak.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw him, he was a little older, but he still was great. We saw him at Carnegie Hall, and I forgot where else we saw him.
But how amazing is that, though, to meet someone
Carnegie
like that?
Hall.
That's like a.
I think we saw him at the Garden
amazing.
too.
Did you?
Yeah, in the round with
Ah.
Stephen Eady. Remember Stephen
Oh
Eady?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's amazing. It's awesome. Hey, listen, we have so much more to talk about. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go away. More about Bronx Tale, The Irishman, TV, everything he's done and what he's going to be doing and what he, we've got so much. Just stay right there. We'll be right back. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Thank you, John York from General Hospital, for those kind words. I hope to get you on. I had your friend Ronnie Marmo on, and I had Carolyn.
I know Ronnie.
And I had Carolyn Hennessy on, so I'm hoping to get John York on. I'm here with Louis Vanaria, and he is an actor, he's a producer, he is a musician, he's a songwriter, and singer, and he does it all, and he's had such an amazing career to be a working actor.
During COVID.
Especially during COVID, but just to be a working actor, you know, for a long period of time is such success within itself when you think about it, seriously. So we were talking before the break about Mr. Sinatra and his singing, because he does have a band, which is really, really cool, because I can't wait to hear you, seriously. So let's go back a little bit. You know, in 1995, you decided to move to LA.
Went to LA. Well, I didn't decide. I went there to do a sitcom.
Yeah, it was called Kirk, right?
It was called Kirk with Kirk Cameron.
Right.
And I did that for 2 seasons. Yeah, we did 23 episodes.
Yeah, and then in '97 you moved back.
Yep, I moved back.
What's the most you missed about New York when you weren't here?
I missed my family mostly.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
I got my mom and dad and 2 brothers,
Yeah.
and my extended family too. I definitely.
Yeah.
That's.
Did you miss like certain food or your favorite spots? Or?
No, I wasn't crazy about LA that much. I just felt like a fish out of water there.
Yeah.
But I would go back for work, but I wouldn't go back just to live there.
Yeah, I get it.
At that time, after the Kirk show, I was kind of bi-coastal because I kept my place in LA.
Right.
I kept going back and forth, and that became too crazy. And then I bought a place here, and I just relocated.
That's it.
In
That's
'97,
it.
yeah.
All right, so I'm supposed to ask you, how'd you get the nickname Scoops?
Scoops. Everyone knows me as Scoops. They don't even know my last name. Especially now, people in the business I've never even met say, "Aren't you Louis Scoops?" But
Louis
when
Scoops.
I was a kid, my parents owned an ice cream store in the Bronx. It was on Middletown Road.
Okay.
And it was called Scoops Cafe, and I worked there. So everybody would come in, and I got and we only had it for about 4 or 5 years, but the name stuck so hard that people know me as Scoops. Oh, I mean, they don't even know some people don't know my last name. They just know me as Louis Scoops. And I recently, Paul Bagazy, a mutual friend, did a film, and I was in the film, and the credits.
Which one? Which film?
I forgot the movie it was.
All right, I'll tell you.
I've done
Let's
2 or
see.
3 of them.
All right,
with
so
him.
you've done The Family's Feud.
No,
you
it
did
wasn't
Almost Made. Duped.
Nope. I think it was Searching for Bobby D, right?
Okay, yeah.
And the credit said Louis, and in parentheses, Scoops Vanaria. I said, well, I can't have Scoops in the credit. I mean, bad enough people call me Scoops all the time.
Right.
I don't mind it because I used to not like it, but now I embrace it because it's old neighborhood stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't want it
It's sentimental.
But I don't want it in the credits.
No.
So.
Oh, I get it. So you have to tell me what's your favorite flavor ice cream?
I'm a coffee guy.
Oh, coffee flavor.
Coffee, yeah.
Okay.
All I drink is coffee, and my ice cream, I like coffee too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good.
Yeah, I know this is tea time.
I know.
I would
Everyone's
like to have a
like,
cup of coffee.
I know. So listen, you did a lot of TV. You did Saved by the Bell. You did NYPD
Oh,
Blue.
God, Saved by the Bell.
You did Saved by the Bell. You did Law and Order, Third Watch, Blue Bloods, Person of Interest. You did Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
Bobby, that's him. The picture, Boardwalk Empire. He's wearing a zoot suit.
Probably.
A zoot suit. You know what that is, Bobby? Hey, can we find the one with that? There
Yes.
you are. Yeah.
Right before I get whacked.
I love that show.
I get whacked in everything I do. So that was right before. That was like 2 minutes before I was dead. I was shot in the head.
Oh my God, I love that show. I
was a
really
good
did.
show.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby.
It was
really,
one of the
really good
biggest
show.
budgets I've ever seen because it was the 20s.
Yeah.
So the first scene we shot was on that was the I did a couple episodes. So
Yeah.
so the first episode is I try to shoot Steve Buscemi on the boardwalk.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
miss him, and I botched a hit, and I shoot a woman by mistake. And the scene on the boardwalk, it was at the Brooklyn Navy Yard we shot it.
Yeah.
So the boardwalk, I guess, in the 20s was like I would think was like more of a carnival atmosphere.
right.
Because they had a man on stilts, the tall man.
Yeah.
And they had all these, and everyone was dressed to the nines. You know, people don't dress up anymore.
No, they
but
don't.
everyone had the
They don't.
hats
I
and
missed
the-
that.
Yeah.
I was born in the wrong era.
Yeah, so even the extras had to go through hair and makeup. It was
Yeah.
just a huge production. It was really fun to do it. It was
Yeah.
a fun. That was a fun show.
And now you're doing, well, you're doing, I'll mention it, but Godfather of Harlem,
Yeah.
which is another great series.
Yeah.
A friend of mine, David Deblinger, giving you a shout out.
Yeah.
He is also an actor. Why am I wrinkly? He's also an actor, and he was on that show as well.
It was.
Yeah. I don't know what he played. I have no idea, but I know he.
Well,
he
I was
on
in the
that show.
last 3 episodes. I was the cliffhanger at the end. I killed the one of the main characters.
Yeah.
And at the end, at the bank, and I wasn't supposed to kill him. I don't want to tell this. I don't want to tell
Okay,
it all.
but let's just say you're dealing with firearms.
And I heard they just picked it up.
There's a lot
for
of
a third
controversy
season.
right now with firearms on set. So
Yeah.
do they train you? What do they do?
They did train me.
Everything's
they
trained.
trained me for that. They trained me for Raising Canaan.
Yes, yes.
uh,
Because that's
which is Power Book
Power Book 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And,
Which I watch also and I love.
Yeah, and they had us shooting. They had us shooting the guns, and then the thing happened with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
And then they didn't have a shoot. They were going to digitally put the flashes in.
Okay.
So we didn't have to pull the triggers at all.
Okay.
Even though they did train us to pull the triggers,
Right.
we didn't.
Yeah.
We just point the gun, and we have to pretend like
Well,
it
let's face
shoots.
it. You've been in a lot of movies and on a lot of sets where there is a lot of guns
Yeah, but
involved.
I don't like guns at all. I mean, I don't like playing
No,
them.
no.
They're very careful though. They make you look in the chamber
Yes.
and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to your first movie, which was A Bronx Tale.
Yep.
Okay, and what you
Bronx
did
Tale, we
was
had guns in.
yeah, there was, but and is it true? Is this true that you heard about the open casting?
Yeah.
And that you actually wanted to originally land a singing
Sing,
role?
Yeah. Yeah. How did you know that?
Listen, I do my homework.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Save this moment, Bobby.
Wow. Yeah, I went in to try to be I figured they'd need a singer or something because it was 1968 or
Yeah,
something.
and they always need a singer.
Yeah, I said I could be Tony Bennett or
Yeah.
somebody like that.
Bobby Darin.
Or or Johnny Mathis. Well, not really.
No.
So I went in, but they didn't like me. They said you have a character look, which I don't know if it was a compliment or not. They said you really charactery, and we'd like you to read for the role, a role.
Yeah. And you got Crazy Mario.
I got crazy.
Right,
Mario,
throw that up, Bobby. The bunch. There they are. Look.
There I am. On
Look at you. How old were you here?
16, 15 or 16. We were all the same. About
Really? So you
I
got
think
Joe,
I turned
Joe
16
in
on
there,
set.
Lilo. Wow, it's amazing.
I'll tell you a
I
funny.
love that hat.
I'll
I
tell you a
have to tell
funny
you, I
story
love that hat.
about Bronx Tale. This is a real funny story.
Yeah.
There was a kid in Bronx Tale, if you watch it, that played me at 9 years old.
Yeah, younger age.
So I forgot the kid's name. I wish I knew because I should say his name. I think his name was Paul. But anyway, they had to put a fake nose on him
Really?
for me.
Because the schnoz wasn't the same as
It
yours.
wasn't the same schnoz. So
Okay.
they had me go before the shoot. They put a thing on my face. It
Oh,
was
like a mold?
Yes. They took it off my. It's soft when they put it on. Then it gets hard.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
pull it
yeah,
off,
yeah.
and they took the mold and they put the nose on his face. So now he's on set, and he meets with the musical coordinator, supervisor on set. His name was Butchie Barbella,
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying he's talking to the kid, and the kid says, this is not my nose. They put a fake nose on me.
Right.
And Butchie said, looks great. I can't even tell it's not real. It's perfect. He says, yeah. So anyway, a couple of days later, I'm on set with Butchie Barbella.
Yeah.
And he's talking to me about, this is cool, right? And I said, I can't wait to go back to high school. I had one more year of high school. I said, no, I'm going to be Crazy Mario from a movie. I'm going to be Mr. Popularity. And he said, yeah, but when you take off that nose, no one's going to recognize you.
Oh, my God.
I said, my nose, this is my nose. But he thought it was fake because he's...
That's great.
Yeah. So because when you take off that nose, no one's going to recognize
That's
you.
a great story.
He tells that story too. He tells it funnier
Oh
than me.
my gosh! Wow. So after.
And that's why I could never change my nose. I always wanted a nose job, but
So did I when I
Yeah.
was really
but I
young.
won't change it now.
Because I have my mother's nose and my sister got my dad's nose, which is. The
I
big
got my
nose,
dad's
but-
nose exactly. I look exactly.
yeah. So after Bronx Tale, that's when you had gone to L.A. Right?
After that, yeah, I did the Sinatra movie.
You
with
did the
Tina.
Sinatra. Yeah, you did the Sinatra
I
movie.
did a couple of things,
with
couple
Olympia.
of TV
Yeah.
things, and then I got the sitcom, which was really where I learned to act. Because the sitcom is great because it's filmed in front of a live audience,
And there's nothing like a live audience.
and it's nothing like a live audience. And they thought I was going to be have a problem in front of a live audience. The producers almost didn't give me the part because they knew I was a screen actor. But the singing thing kind of helped me in front of a live audience because I was performing live all the time.
Right.
So to shoot in front of a live audience, and Kirk Cameron was so great. He was brought up on the camera.
Yeah.
So he showed me the lot. He was always.
He taught you.
He
the
taught me a
ropes.
lot.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy. I know he gets a bad rap because of the religious thing, but he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Really good-hearted guy, and I'm still very close with him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I talked to him all
That's
the time.
nice.
Yeah.
So after A Bronx Tale, you've done many things. Like I said, you've done TV, and then you were actually playing out.
And Kirk's brother on that show was Will Estes, who's on Blue Bloods now. who I'm very best friend. I'm like best friends with him, and he's doing really good right now. He's the youngest son of Tom Selleck. Yeah, he was Kirk's brother, and I was his best friend on the
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
So we know each other a long time. That was
is
94. or something.
90, yeah. It was way back.
Yeah, we
way
know
back.
each other a long time.
That's nice, though, that you stay in touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I don't stay in touch with a lot of people, but I do stay in touch with him.
We talked about that.
I'm bad at that. I'm bad. I mean, if they call me, I'd love to talk to them, but I just
Right,
don't. I'm
right.
just not one to pick up the phone.
I get it.
I know people get mad.
I so
Oh, your
get it.
finger's broken. Leave me alone. I want to watch the Rangers and the Yankees.
All right, listen, I'm going to take my second break. Don't go away because I have so much more with Louis when we get back. It's funny. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. That's right, it is Monday night and I'm here with my friend Louis Vanaria. And he is an actor, he's a producer, he's a songwriter, he's a singer, he's a musician. He does it all. He's had an amazing career and with many more years to come and many more projects to do. We were talking about, knock. But we were talking about Bronx Tale, how he just answered an open call. It was just an open cast call.
Yeah, and I had to read. I had to read for the casting agents first.
Yeah.
And then I get a call at home. My mom picked up and said, "We'd like him to read for Mr. De Niro.
Right.
And I had just seen Cape Fear the night before.
Oh!
I wasn't scared enough.
Wow.
I went down. I read for Bob, and I read for him about 7 or 8 times. And every time I went, the characters at Tribeca we shot. We auditioned.
Yeah.
Would dwindle. There were like 10 Crazy Marios, and there was 7 Crazy Marios.
Right.
And there was.
It was a long process.
It was a long process. Then there was 4 Crazy Marios, and then I went, and there were 4 kids there, but none of them were reading for Crazy Mario. They were reading for the other roles.
Right.
They brought us all in at the same time on that one, and he's kind of looking at us to see if it would look like that we grew up together.
Right.
Yeah, and-
Chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
Camaraderie.
They didn't even give us lines. They just gave us just talk.
Just to improv. Just
improv with
banter.
each other.
Yeah.
I guess he liked
the
you know.
formula. They got the formula right.
Yeah, that we grew up together in the Bronx.
Yeah,
I
I think
was
it was
the
very
only
well
kid from the
casted.
Bronx.
Were you really? Well, because Joe's from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Lilo's
from
Tuckahoe,
Yeah.
Yonkers.
Yeah, Yonkers.
I think the kid Dominic, who played Dominic, was a Bronx guy.
Right.
And Chaz was a Bronx guy
Yes,
originally. But,
yes.
But everybody else, no, they had different accents. Slightly different.
Yeah.
Slightly
So you
different.
also did The Irishman. Bobby, throw up that picture. It's
Oh,
him.
God,
He
I
doesn't
did-
even look like him. It's
Oh,
the
my
one with the
God.
eyebrows. The Irishman. He's gonna throw it up. There it is.
There he
I
is.
didn't. I was like, who the hell is that?
Dave Ferry
Wow.
was the character. He's a real
Amazing.
dude.
Yeah. Oh, really?
He was the
Oh, yeah, it was
pilot who
based
flew
on-
Oswald into
Yeah.
the country to kill the president.
Amazing.
You know, when I did The
Amazing.
Irishman, when I did Bronx Tale, De Niro directed, but I didn't have a scene with him.
Okay.
In other words, I didn't share the screen with him.
Right.
It always bothered me for 25 years.
Right.
And then I finally did The Irishman. I got a scene with him, so and I got to talk to him a while.
That's great. And then
Yeah.
you did Once Upon a Time in Brooklyn,
Yeah,
and that's with Ice-T, Willie DeMeo,
yeah.
Kathy Moriarty, who I've been conversing with. Hopefully she's going to do my show. And Vinnie Pastore, Amon DeSante, who was at Soprano Con with us, and Ja Rule. What a
Ja Rule.
cast.
I only had a scene with Ja Rule. I didn't have a scene with
Really?
Kathy. I mean, I know Kathy, but I didn't have a scene. I had
Yeah.
a scene with Ja Rule, and I had a scene with.
And how
obviously
Lewis and
Willie.
I met. Bobby's going to throw up the picture from Soprano Con.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
there he
there's
is.
Vinny and
There's
Paul.
Paul Borghese.
What's that from?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
I don't know.
I don't know. And Vinny, throw up the one from Soprano Con, because that's where we actually originally met. You were sitting next to Lilo. There you are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was a fun day.
I have that horrible picture up.
It really was a
I'm
fun
holding that.
Yes, you were holding it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's from Friends and Romans
Okay.
with Michael Rispoli.
Yeah.
That
You
was
look good in a
fun.
suit. I have to say, you do look
That
good in
was
a suit.
fun. Yeah.
And a
I
hat.
should have stole that.
You wear it well.
I
You
should
do.
have stole that suit.
So you've been in many movies. You also did a lot of shorts. You did a lot of shorts. You actually did Duped with Paul also.
That was a short. I think that picture of me, Paul, and Vinny was
That
a
was from-
short
yeah.
called Alienated.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul always finds little roles for me in all his
And that's so nice.
in all his projects. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm even in his home movies.
I'm hoping I find one with him too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'd love to work with him. I
Oh.
really would. He's great.
He's a great
I had
director.
a ball with him
He's a great director.
and and because of the Yankee thing, and he played Yogi, and it was.
That's right, Yogi,
it was,
right.
Yeah, he played
61,
in 61.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really
I read
really
for
good.
that. I didn't get it.
Did you
I wanted
really?
To play, yeah, I wanted to play a Yankee so bad. I read for something called The Bronx is Burning.
Okay.
It was a miniseries on ESPN, right?
Uh-huh.
And I read for one of the Yankees. And I said, and they call me and they say, they want to make you an offer. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to play a Yankee. It was like a dream come true. And they said, well, I said,
I could
what,
get
what
you in
Yankee?
pinstripes, you know.
What Yankee am I playing?
I
And
got a
they said,
connection.
no, you're not playing a Yankee. You're playing Sal Lupo. You get shot in the face by the son of Sam.
Oh no.
That was the part I played.
Oh no! I'll get you in pinstripes. I got connections. Don't worry about it. We'll get you in Bat. We'll get you in Bat Boy. So you did that Godfather of Harlem, which you talked about. You played Lombardi.
Lombardi, yeah.
Right.
Great part.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for me, this role.
You
really.
You felt like you were stretching yourself in that part?
No, I just thought it was a great character.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I was so involved in the show because like I said, I killed one of the main characters at the
Right,
end of the
right.
season, which was kind of a cliffhanger, and I was very much involved in that. So, and I got to work with Vincent D'Onofrio,
Yeah.
who I worked with in Criminal Intent. I don't think he remembered me, but I got to work with him a lot in this.
Right. And then we mentioned Power Book 2, which I watched. And then you just filmed something with Anne Hathaway. Tell me about that.
I only had 2 days on
Don't
it.
play it down. It's
Well,
still,
it was
it's
down.
still a
Well,
nice.
It was called Eileen, and I got
Yeah.
to meet Anne Hathaway, and I did 2 days on that, and she was very sweet, beautiful, and Academy Award
I've heard lovely
winner.
things about her.
She was very sweet.
Where did you film?
Eileen was shot. Where did we go for that? Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I forgot what part of Jersey. Yeah, we shot that in Jersey in a club, and yeah, I got to dance with her a little.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you got some nice scenes.
Yeah, I have no teeth in my mouth.
Really?
In that, yeah.
How'd they do that?
Well, they put the black there for the scene, but then they said digitally they're going to remove my teeth
Really?
in post
Everything's
production.
digital. That's like I was just
And I had to
watching-
do a Boston accent.
Ah.
So when they say, she says, "How did you lose your teeth, Jerry?" And I say, "I'm going to grow some new ones." I have to say, "I'm going to grow some new ones." I do not a very good Boston accent.
Yeah.
But I try. They had a dialect coach though.
I was just gonna ask you that.
They had a
Usually-
dialect
usually they
coach
have
on
a
Raising
coach.
Canaan, so I worked with him, and then they had a dialect coach on Eileen, and I worked with her.
Right. Wow, that's awesome. That's so
it's
cool.
very hard, the Boston accent.
It is.
Because
You gotta
it's
say, "Pop the
because,
car,
Yeah,
pop
because
the
it's
car."
subtle.
It's very subtle
If
because
it was bigger, I could do it, but it was so
when
subtle.
it's over exaggerated.
Yeah.
Because Ben and Matt
Well,
are
they're
from
from there.
Boston, right?
Yeah.
And when they filmed their movie, it was like just sliding back into how
But
they.
you know why? I met a British actor. Actually, the kid I killed in Godfather Harm at the end was a British actor. He
Right,
talks with a
right.
British accent.
Yeah.
And I said, but he did a Brooklyn accent
Right, yeah.
on Godfather. And I said, man, how do you do that? Like, I could never do a British accent.
Right.
And he said, his name was Rafi, he said, it's easier for me to do a New York accent because all the movies we watch are in New York accents. How many British
Right.
movies have you watched?
Right.
I said, I don't think I've watched
Right,
any.
right.
So that's why they hear it more.
Well, the little kids today, I heard, including my niece, they talk with a British accent because of Peppa Pig. That
Oh, is
cartoon,
it-
there's a cartoon
Oh,
named
is
Peppa
it
Pig.
British?
Yeah, and it's British. So my niece is walking around with this British accent, like better than anybody can do. And I
Yeah.
was like, and they're like, oh, it's Peppa Pig. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I don't know, Peppa. I'm sure my niece and nephews know.
Probably.
Pep-
So
What's his name? Peppa the Pig?
Peppa Pig.
I'll
I
ask him.
think it's a girl. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy.
I'll
but
ask-
I don't know.
I'll
I
ask
don't know.
them.
So you also was a producer. You produced I Banker. Is that right?
Yeah,
Back in 2000 and was it 8?
yeah. I was in it also.
Yeah.
Yeah. iBanker. That was with Harrington Talent, which was a couple of kids that lived on Harrington Avenue in the Bronx that started a production company, and now they're like a major production company. And Frank Mosker and Steve Franciosa, they are like doing
That's
really
amazing.
big things, and that was one of the first. Actually, there was a film contest in New York that they give you a topic that you had to have somewhere, and you had to do a short. And I think one year was an umbrella, so you had to do a movie, but there had to be some sort of
With
an
an umbrella, right.
Didn't have to be about the umbrella.
Yeah.
But there had to be an umbrella.
Yeah.
So this year they joined, and it was a slice of pizza. That was the that you had to put in.
Right.
So Steve Franciosa always wanted to direct a superhero movie.
Right.
So he decided to do a short called Super Slice about a superhero who fights crime with pizza. This was and he did it like a comic book, and I was the pizza man.
Right.
And I worked in a pizza store, but my alter ego was a superhero.
Right.
And we won.
Wow.
We won, and we watched it on a big screen.
So cool.
in the city, and we won, and they made a lot of money for their production office, and that was a great thing. Yeah.
That's so cool. I remember
was
the
fun.
first time I went to a premiere movie I was in, and like you see yourself up there, and it's like it's
And you
wild.
know how I know Steve Franciosa? First of all, he's a cousin on no blood, but
Yeah.
but he also worked at Scoops.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's how we knew
What a
each other.
small world.
And he's now in the
It's amazing.
yeah now he's in the business. And he's doing very very
And then
well.
the second movie you produced was This Thing of Ours.
Yeah.
Actually, that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago. And James Caan was in that. And also Vinny Pastor was
Vinny
in that
Pastor was
too.
in it. Frank Vincent was in it. Bless his
Yes.
soul.
Yeah.
I was very close with Frank. I got to work with him.
Yeah.
We just saw him on Goodfellas last night,
I know.
and he looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a production. I was also in that too. They gave me a production credit because I think I got them a location or something like that. I didn't have much to do with it. They gave me a producer credit.
I like that. They'll just throw it in.
Yeah.
I'm producing something too, and it's
Yeah.
already on IMDb.
Yeah,
I haven't done
do
it yet, but we're going to be doing it now in the spring.
I'm not much of a producer.
Yeah.
But he.
But sometimes you wear many hats as an actor.
Well, that was Danny Provenzano's project, and,
Yes.
and I was very
Yes.
close with Danny Pro,
Yeah.
and he made me a producer, which was very nice of him because but I didn't help much, except being an actor in it.
Okay. We're going to take my last break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Louis about things that are in pre-production, things that he's, that we're going to...
Shooting now?
Yeah, that we're shooting, that we're shooting. Listen to me, that he's shooting now. And so stay right there. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best actress you know?
Teresa Farrow.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrow.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrow.
Doc, who's your favorite guinea?
Teresa Farrow.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrow.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Thank you, Doc. I love you. I can't wait to have you back on the show. Hey, listen, I got to give a shout out to my girl Joanne Norton in Florida. Her and Michael are married 35 years today, and moi was in the bridal party 35 years ago in Florida. So I love you guys. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you guys. But a happy and healthy 35th, you crazy kids. I'm with Louis.
What's today? What's the date today?
What's today? Today's the 24th. January
24th.
24th. Yeah, why?
I was going to give a shout out to my dad. His birthday's tomorrow.
Go
but
ahead.
His birthday's the 25th.
So, you can say happy birthday to your father.
He knows I said that. I already told him happy birthday.
Isn't it nice that we have, I have my dad here
Yeah.
too. My dad's going to be
Yeah.
87 the end of March.
87.
87. The
I
beginning of
can't.
March.
I don't want to
sorry.
say how old my dad's going to be, but
Yeah, but we're blessed. We're blessed to still have them.
yeah.
We're
Well,
so.
he's a pain
we're
in the
s-
ass, but
Aren't they all? All right, so listen, this man has done everything. He sings, he writes songs, he plays a little keyboard.
we're going to do that, right?
We are.
You
We're going to do
promised,
that.
right?
We are. I'm going to have him back, and he's going to actually play. It's going to be a very special edition of Tea Time. I can't wait, seriously.
We could put a keyboard right over here.
Yeah, we could do that too. We'll figure it out. But everyone can follow you on Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram, I'm not too.
Not too much, but
not
more
too
on the
much,
Facebook
but
to see what he's doing, where he's doing it, you know,
Yeah.
what's going on.
I'm getting into Instagram slowly. but
Oh, it's
sure.
Peppa,
So you can-
Peppa Pig. Thanks, Grace. Grace
Oh,
is watching from the Boogie Down Bronx. Yeah, it's a
Oh.
girl.
Okay.
Yeah, Grace Guidotti Matrenga. She was in the movie The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very interesting story.
Francis Coppola?
I'm gonna tell you very, very quick because they've heard it. The producers of The Godfather walk into my dancing school, and they're looking for kids for the wedding scene, and they pick Grace and her sister and her brother.
Wow.
And they pick Joey and Lisa Toy, who are half Asian, half Italian, but they looked more Italian.
Wow.
Then they pick Jimmy Ganaris, who's Greek, to play Pacino's son, Anthony. Okay?
I remember that character.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get him on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there, and I had a big mouth back then too, and I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
shy, and I'm tugging on the guy's shirt, and I go, "What about me?" He goes, "What about you, little girl?" I'm like, "I'm Italian."
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "But you don't look it," because back then my hair was very, very light.
Mm-hmm.
I have the blue eyes. I'm like, "But I'm 100% Sicilian," and he's like, "But I'm sorry, you don't look Italian." I went crying home to my mother. They're all gonna be in the movie but me. Until today, she still gets a residual check. It's
I
not
bet.
a lot of money.
No, I know.
But she, yeah,
You
that
gotta
was
get
my
close
first.
that
That was
time.
my first encounter with a no in the
Yeah.
entertainment biz.
Yeah.
You know.
I gotta watch it. And they're in the wedding scene.
Yeah, they're running around. They're running around.
I think I remember
running around
that.
in the wedding scene.
Yeah, I think I remember that. That's when Johnny Fontaine came, right?
Yes, it's a great scene. She
Yeah.
said she had a blast,
Yeah.
and she says that Marlon Brando was amazing, and she has such great stories. I had her on my show, and she's also a singer, and I had her on my show to talk about
Oh, cool.
that experience since I wasn't there. But let's talk about Pep.
Pep, I'm very proud of my buddy. I grew up with a kid in the Bronx. His name was James Matteo.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah,
Jimmy Boy.
I know James. Yeah.
Okay, so Jimmy
Yeah.
Boy, me and him were best friends growing up in school, and we actually have the same birthday. And then he got into acting before me because he did Hook
Yes.
and Hero
Yes.
with
Yes.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
And then we both got a sitcom at the same time. I got Kirk, and he got something called School Ties or something, another sitcom.
Okay.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
So we both relocated to LA at the same time.
Wow.
So we went from the Bronx to LA, and then we hung out every day in LA, and we
Mm-hmm.
got very close. And he kept working, and I kept working. And then he had an idea years ago, he told me about it,
Yeah.
about Willie Pep, the boxer,
Okay.
who was from Harlem. And he showed me a picture of Willie Pep,
Yeah.
and he looked exactly like Jimmy.
Really.
So then they continued. He sat on this project for a while. I think he had a lot to do with the writing. Stephen Loft got involved, and then Leonardo DiCaprio got involved because he did Basketball Diaries
Right.
with Leonardo,
Yeah.
and he got the lead for Willie Pep.
Yeah.
And I got a part in it, and I worked with James, my best friend,
How
and
cool is that?
Ron
though?
Livingston.
Yeah.
You know who Ron Livingston is?
Yeah.
And Larry Gilliard, who was a kid that played, he was in the movie, and he told me he was in Raising Kanan. So I go up to him and I
Oh.
said, Larry, I said, we're in the same show. And he goes, we go back even further than that. I said, how far?
Wow.
He said, we were in New Zealand together. I did a movie called Soldier's Sweetheart.
Wow.
And I worked with him. I was shoulder to shoulder with him in New Zealand for like 5 weeks. I completely forgot. So, yeah, it was with Kiefer Sutherland.
Wow.
So I worked with Larry Gilliard again after 25
years.
Yeah, 30 years
That's
maybe.
amazing.
Yeah, in New Zealand. I didn't put it together.
Yeah.
And he's playing a guy that Willie Pep fights like 3-4 times in his career. I forgot his name. I forgot the character's name, but yeah, it was
So
fun
it's
to see him.
it's basically a boxing movie.
It's a boxing movie, but it's
Yeah.
shot like a documentary, so it's a
okay.
mockudrama.
Yeah,
They call
yeah.
it, or
Docudrama.
docudrama.
Right.
A mock doc, or
Yeah.
so that's the way it's shot. But
Wow.
yeah, but it's
amazing.
really good.
And do you have anything else on the horizon coming up? Maybe.
Well,
in
I mentioned Power
pre-production?
Book 2,
Yes.
which I got a couple, 3 episodes. I've been working on that since October, actually.
Nice,
The end of
nice.
October, November. And I think I got 1 or 2 more days on that show. And that's a great character, too. I play a real racist guy. And I play, Power was with 50 Cent.
Yes.
And this is a period piece, but not too far back. It's 1991.
Right.
So 50 Cent is being played by a kid named Makai, and he plays 50 Cent at 16 years old.
Okay.
And he's a stocky kid, you know. And I think my character's name is Dominic, and I beat him up in this.
Really?
And I said to him, I said, you know, this is only in the movies, because you'd beat the hell out of me. Because he's a strong kid. So I had to do this fight scene with him.
Right.
And I said, this is ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
And but I hope it looks good. But
I'm
anyway,
sure-
I
I'm
got
sure-
one more
I'm
day
sure-
on
I'm
it.
sure it will.
I get shot a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I had to do a scene where I'm dying in a pigeon coop, and they put 30 real pigeons in there, flipping and flapping all over the place.
Really?
Oh, horrible. And then I stagger to a hospital, and I collapse in the hospital, and I live. So.
Okay, all right.
But I'm
But
shot
that's
up.
good. But you want your character to live, because that way you could come back.
Yeah, but I get live.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, in the hospital.
All right. Man. All right. Well, what are you going to do? You know, it is what it is. We got about 3 minutes left. Look how fast this went.
Amazing.
Listen, I want to personally, in front of everyone, thank you for making the trip here for me.
I know, because I said I was going to
it's
do
not.
Zoom.
We were gonna do Zoom, and
Yeah.
and Lewis is.
She's a good salesman. She
Oh
talked me
no!
into it.
Well, you know, he's performed on Long Island.
Couple
he
of times.
performed in Merrick. He's performed a few times
I did
out here.
the Long Island feast too.
Yes,
a
you
couple of years
did. You
ago.
did. But what was funny was we were on the phone, and he says to me, I says, you know, I see you did Merrick, and you've done Long Island. He goes, yeah, you're really not that far from me. And I go, I'm glad you said that. I said, because it would really mean the
Yeah, but
world
when you
to
leave
me.
at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, coming to Long Island.
Well, that's the thing, you know, traffic.
Yeah, it'll be
traffic
quicker
sucks.
going home.
You can't. Oh yeah, you're gonna fly home. But I just.
I want to thank you.
No, I want to thank you
It was
for
a lot
doing
of fun.
this. For
Thank
doing
you very
this
much.
for
I want
me.
to
And
thank
we're
Bobby.
gonna have.
I want to thank Bobby Lacera.
We're gonna have Lewis back. He's gonna actually, when he comes back, he's gonna sing. He's gonna perform. We're gonna set it all up for him. It's gonna be a very,
It'll
very,
be fun.
very special tea time. It really is. I really want to thank everyone for watching, and it means the world to me that everyone is watching the show. Please like it. Please share it. Hey, I'm on every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Channel 20 for people who live on Long Island who get Optimum. So watch me every Saturday at 11 a.m. on Channel 20. And what else can we tell them? Also, I had done a quick interview with Michael Madsen at SopranoCon. So just when you think the show's over, it's not over. You can watch that interview. It's very, very funny. I hope to have him on the show as well. And again, follow this beautiful gentleman sitting next to me, seriously, on Facebook and on Insta, just to see what he's doing, what he's up to. He's always posting, which is really nice. That way, as a fan and someone who is interested in seeing what he's doing, you're kind of like up to date. You know, he posts pictures and what he's doing, and tune into Power Book too, Raising Canaan, because he's on that, and it's amazing. It's a great show because I've been watching it through the series.
I can't afford Stars.
Well, I get Stars and Encore. I don't get HBO or Showtime, but I get Stars and Encore.
I only get 2, 4, 7, and 5.
Remember, it was 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I get.
And 13.
That's all I get.
Because on Saturday mornings, we would watch the Barry Boys and Abbott and Costello.
The Dead End Kids.
Yes.
Right. That's it.
So listen, I want to thank everyone for watching again. Thank you, my friends.
Thank you.
And I do hope we do work together one day, whether
I'm
it's
sure.
with Paul or with Willie.
Well, I'm going to come
with
see your
someone.
show. When's your next show?
I'm not too sure, but I will let you know. I will
know.
definitely let you know. Thank you, everyone, for watching Tea Time. I love you all. Thank you for the support. Stay healthy, stay well, and I'll see everyone next week.
Thank
Ciao,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Ciao. Ciao, ciao.